Welcome to the video on how to create a cinematic in the Tygron client. A cinematic is an automated movement of the viewport camera in the 3D visualization along predefined key points. At each key point, a text can be shown to the user and events can be fired that change either the state of the project or have an effect on the 3D visualization. To add a cinematic, select the Tools tab in the ribbon bar and click on the Cinematics button. With the Cinematics Overview panel opened, click on the Add Cinematic button to add a new cinematic. Once selected, click on the Add Key Point button to add a new key point to the cinematic. With the key point selected, click on the Edit Camera Position in the Key Point Detail panel to edit the camera's position and orientation. Notice a yellow sphere has appeared. This is the viewpoint. Some camera controls are relative to this point. The camera controls are as follows. Hold the left mouse button and move the mouse to the left and right to rotate the camera around the viewpoint. Hold the left mouse button and move the mouse upwards or downwards to move the camera horizontally closer or further away from the viewpoint. Hold the right mouse button and move the mouse to change the location of the viewing point. Hold both the left and right mouse button and move the mouse upwards or downwards to move the camera vertically closer or further away from the viewpoint. You can also use keyboard keys to change the location and the direction of the camera. See the detail panel at the bottom of the screen for the supported keys. To save the camera position and direction for a key point, click on the Store Camera Position button. Now move the camera to a new location or direction. You can also add a new key point that uses this new camera position by clicking on the Add Key Point. Notice a new key point has been added. Now select the previous key point. Notice that the camera moved to the previously stored camera position. We can now activate the cinematic to see it in action. First, click on the Stop Editing Camera Position button. Next, select the cinematic in the Overview panel and click on the Start Cinematic button. It is also possible to show text in a cinematic. Select the first key point and click on the Details tab. In the description field, provide a text. Next, select the cinematic in the Overview panel and start the cinematic again. Notice the text appear in the bottom of the screen. For longer texts, it might be useful to pause the key point and let the user decide when to continue the cinematic. Select the key point again. And in the Details tab, select the Is Paused checkbox. And activate the cinematic again. Notice a different text panel has appeared, also displaying the title of the cinematic. You can click on the Continue button to continue the cinematic. Now let's inspect the last basic properties of a key point. Select the first key point and select the General tab. Notice the time to next key point in seconds. You can use this to speed up or slow down the movement of the camera. You can use the time slider to inspect the movement of the camera to the next key point. And finally, you can use the Move Up and Move Down button to change the order of the key points. Also note the Events tab. Events can be used to activating measures, overlays, and events in a cinematic. How to configure this will be explained in a different video. You have now learned how to create a cinematic and edit its key points.